What can you do with $100? It doesn't seem like much these days, right? Like $100 just doesn't take you as far as it used to. But with so many affordable K-beauty gems out there, it had me wondering, will $100 get you an entire skincare routine? I mean, morning routine, nighttime routine, all your bases covered. Can you do it for $100 or even less? So give this video a big thumbs up because today I am going to challenge myself to do just that. This video was made in collaboration with Yesstyle. I'm going to take $100 and shop Yesstyle.com to put together a morning and nighttime routine for combination sensitive skin, completely fragrance free. So let's find out if I could do it. So heads up, this video is a collaboration with Yesstyle. They provided me with a $100 credit, and that is how I obtained the products in this video. So when I put my skincare routine together, I was thinking about combination skin types. You know, for me, I have combo skin. It's very dry in my U zone, but I still get oily in that T zone. I do suffer from dehydration, so I wanted to make sure that I had all my hydration needs locked down with this routine. But I also have sensitive skin, so I wanted to make sure that this routine, all these products were free of alcohol, fragrance, and essential oils. And I really put a heavy emphasis on building like a foundational routine around calming and soothing the skin, as well as making sure that my skin's oil-water balance was taken care of. So the first category that I wanted to build in my skincare routine was definitely cleansers. For me, cleansing is a foundational step in any skincare routine. And I'm not just talking about washing your face. I'm talking about double cleansing. This is one of the first Asian beauty concepts that I sort of embraced when I started my skincare journey, and it really was a game changer for me. I thought I was removing my makeup and sunscreen effectively with just a cleanser alone, but I certainly was not, because once I started double cleansing, my skin became less congested. It was a lot brighter. It was a lot smoother just from cleansing my skin in the double cleansing method. So I am definitely not compromising just because we're on a budget here. So starting with cleansers, I must admit this was the hardest category for me to find budget options in that were totally fragrance free, right? This was a little bit tricky. So for my first cleanser, I actually went over to J Beauty, because in the K beauty space, especially with what was in stock online on Yesstyle, you could find one without essential oils, but then it would have artificial fragrance, or vice versa, right? So I actually went over to the J Beauty side, and so many fragrance-free affordable options. And the one that I found that I'm like, why didn't I pick this up sooner? This is a cult classic in the Asian beauty space. This is the Hada Labo Gokujyun Oil Cleanser. This is super popular, and I totally understand why. This just gets the job done. This retails around the $12 to $14 mark. It's really affordable, and it's a very effortless oil cleanser. You know, you don't have to work really hard to spread this onto the face or to get it to break down your makeup. It's just effortless, and it washes away cleanly. Now, as far as the texture of this, it is a thicker oil cleanser. You know, it's not super thick though. I would actually call it more like medium weight, but this washes away so cleanly. It removes makeup so well, and I really do see myself leaning on this one a lot. I see myself repurchasing this one a lot because this is an excellent, affordable first cleanser that's totally fragrance free. My philosophy around cleansers is that I really don't want to spend a lot of my skincare budget on them. You know, they definitely need to get the job done, but ultimately those cleansers do rinse down the drain and they don't stay on your face. So I think it's a better idea to reserve more of my skincare budget for things like serums, really concentrated and targeted treatments like a serum, rather than a cleanser. So I am looking around that, you know, $10, no more than $15 mark for both of my cleansers. And of course, you know, I am looking for fragrance free. This is complicating issues, right? But I further complicate it with my second cleanser because I really need that second cleanser to be a low pH cleanser, reading at around 5.5 pH level. This is really important for maintaining your skin's barrier function. It's important to not strip your skin of moisture with a higher pH cleanser, especially important because I suffer from dehydration, so I have to keep every ounce of moisture on my skin. This was not an easy feat to find a cleanser that met all these requirements. Just like the oil cleanser, I was struggling. I came across a cleanser that, you know, I kind of went against my better judgment on this one. This is the Jung, a pH 6.5 whip cleanser. Now, I am a fan of the Jung line. I've really enjoyed their products. They are geared more towards sensitive skin. So part of me was like, hey, you know, you might find success with this. The other part of me was like, 6.5 is pretty high pH level, but I was really struggling to find one that was fragrance free and low pH, so I went for it. And like I said, I went against my better judgment. This didn't work out for me. This stripped my skin. The very first time I used it, it's cool because it pumps out in a foam, which is a sign of a high pH cleanser, right? Mostly low pH cleansers just can't foam up really well. This comes out like a foam, warning sign number 1, of course. I mean, the pH is on the bottle, but it cleaned my face really well. Like really well, like too well. Stripped my skin. Yeah, it made my skin feel really dry and tight, squeaky clean. Never a good feeling. You definitely know you've got a high pH cleanser on your hands when you feel squeaky clean. So unfortunately, this one didn't work out for me. I mean, this is an affordable cleanser. It's around the $13 mark for this one, but unfortunately, this one was not a good fit for my sensitive skin. Now, getting into the core of the skincare routine, for me, this is all about that oil-water balance. Building a good foundation of hydration, replenishing your skin with hydration, and then sealing it in with moisture or nourishing layers. And you know that I am going to build that foundation of hydration with a toner. I mean, it's well established that I'm a crazy toner lady, right? It is my favorite skincare product because it really just delivers deep hydration into my thirsty skin. But I also think that toners are a good product to go towards if you are on a budget, because this really can take the place of a lot of different hydrating products. There's no need to go in for an essence or a hydrating serum when you can just get one toner that is layerable, something you can use with the 7 Skin method. It's a great money saver. So I did pick out the Benton Deep Green Tea Toner. This is something that I've been wanting to try for a while, and I really like this toner a lot. Texture on this one is super watery. It absorbs into your skin really nice. It dives deep to really deliver hydration deeper into your skin. Now, this is 53% green tea coming from a mixture of green tea water as well as green tea extracts. Other notables on here, we've got Centella extract as well as willow bark extract. This actually would be a great toner for oily and acne prone skin because we've got a lot of great anti-inflammation type of ingredients in here, soothing ingredients, anti-redness ingredients. Green tea is so good for every skin type, honestly, but it's a great lightweight, very layerable toner. It doesn't build up. You know, sometimes when you layer toners up, it can start to feel a little greasy. Not this one. This one's perfect for layering. So this actually, for the whole concept of what I wanted my toner to function as in the skincare routine, this is absolutely perfect. This came in right on budget too. This one is around $13, and I'm really impressed with this. I've been using this a lot. When it comes to targeting your skincare goals, you know, I think it's a really good idea to take a little bit more of your budget and put it into a serum or an ampoule step. These are more highly concentrated products that are able to deliver the beneficial ingredients deeper into your skin. So whether you're looking for brightening or maybe anti-aging benefit, or like this skincare routine, you're looking for calming and soothing benefits, I think it's a better idea to reserve a little bit more of your skincare budget for these types of concentrated products rather than say like toners, and definitely not cleansers. I think you can go a little bit less with those and a little more with the serums and ampoules. So the one that I went for was from Cosrx. This is from their Hydrium line, fairly new release for them, the Centella Aqua Soothing Ampoule. Now this reads like a sensitive skin like type's dream ingredients list. It's Centella, Madecassoside, allantoin, it's got panthenol in it, like all ingredients that are fabulous for supporting your skin's moisture barrier, for soothing and calming irritation, for soothing inflammation. Like, it's just a really great, well-rounded, minimal ingredients list. Now, the marketing around this really described this as a nourishing product, as a moisturizing product, which is definitely why I added this to my cart, because when it comes to serums, especially as I said before, I like to get that oil-water balance just right. And a serum is also a good way to start bridging the gap, really starting to balance out the skin after having such like really watery, hydrating layers like a toner. This kind of bridges the gap, preparing you for your moisturizer. I was quite surprised by the texture of this though when I got this, because this was neither moisturizing nor nourishing on the skin at all. It's really, really watery. It's really, really thin. And it's just hydrating. There's no way that I could ever describe this as having any nourishment to it at all. Now, hydrating is definitely not bad. It's just not what I was expecting based on the marketing that Cosrx released for this product. So it was a little disappointing on that. And honestly, I just didn't feel like it was enough for my combination skin. It didn't really feed those drier areas of my skin. So this actually didn't really function that well for me. Even though it's not a bad product, I have to say it really wasn't remarkable. This for me was just a little bit too simple, and I really wasn't wowed by this. Now, at the time of purchasing this, this went for about $16, although I have noticed that the price has recently gone up to about $21. So it was a little bit of a sale, a little bit of a steal when I got it. Now, I think masking definitely has a part in a skincare routine. It certainly is like an extra step that I really don't recommend doing more than once or twice a week. I don't think you have to if you don't want to, but it can be a good way to add in a special treatment, especially if your skin is in need, right? Maybe your skin needs a boost of brightening, or it needs a boost of deep hydration. Sheet masks can really deliver that quickly. Now, while sheet masks can get expensive and sometimes they aren't budget friendly, I do like the option of having a few sheet masks on hand rather than investing in one full-size product like a wash-off mask, because it allows you to kind of switch it up when you need to, right? Sometimes, you know, if you invest in a big wash-off jar of a calming mask, but maybe you need a brightening before a special event or something, I do feel like sheet masks can help you bring more variety into your sort of special treatments, right? So while sheet masks aren't always budget friendly, they can be budget friendly. So I did go for a sheet mask with the $100 that I had, and I picked out one sheet mask from Benton. I particularly trust their sheet masks because they're generally fragrance free. They're usually very clean, simple ingredients, and they just work really well too. Particularly, I've loved their snail bee sheet mask for years. But based on this skincare philosophy, the skincare routine that I wanted to put together, I actually went for their Aloe Soothing Mask Pack. This is so hydrating. This will plump your skin with hydration. This is a really wonderful, straightforward sheet mask. This has aloe vera in it, green tea, as well as cucumber. And it really just gives your skin a drink of water, which is a great way to kind of supplement your skincare routine a couple times a week. And this Benton sheet mask is about $2. So as I was browsing Yesstyle, I knew that I wasn't quite ready for the moisturizer yet. I felt like this skincare routine was lacking something. I had already picked out my cleansers and toners and my Ampoule, but I still felt like I needed something that was gonna balance my skin, something that was gonna bring nourishment to my skin, especially because this is geared more towards anti-irritation for my type of skin. I really get a lot of irritation associated with dryness. So I wanted to make sure that I had that right amount of nourishment in my skin. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a facial oil or what, but I felt myself really drawn to the Jung 10 Free Moist Emulsion product. I've had success with this brand. I know that I like their philosophy. It's very minimal ingredients. They have a big emphasis on Madecassoside and on panthenol. So I knew I was gonna, I knew that this was worth taking a chance on getting, but I don't really like emulsions. Just throughout my skincare journey, I've never really been impressed with an emulsion. I just don't get the point of them. I feel like, they're not a moisturizer, but they're not as concentrated, delivering benefits to your skin like a serum is. They just feel really redundant to me. And I always feel like, if you really need that, why don't you just use a facial oil? That's just kind of how I've always felt. But I wanted to try this product, so I got it. And I'm glad that I did. Now, when I first put this on my skin, I panicked a little bit though. When you put this on your skin, it feels really cooling and refreshing and watery. It feels like purely hydrating on the skin. I was confused by this texture because I was like, isn't this supposed to be like a rich, nourishing emulsion? And it started to feel like water. And that's why I started to panic, because I was like, oh no, you know, I've got like this super hydrating serum, or the Ampoule from Cosrx, that I just put on my skin. That wasn't enough. And now I'm putting another hydrating layer. I desperately need nourishment. But after I had just kind of like put it onto my skin, I was like, oh, I get it now, because it leaves this really beautiful lightweight layer of nourishment on your skin. It is there. So it's got this like really interesting hydrating texture, but once it's absorbed in the skin, it nourishes your skin, but not in an overly rich way. That's the other thing about emulsions that I've never really loved, is that they can really build up too rich and greasy on the skin, especially prior to like a moisturizer. It can be too much. It can overload the skin. This isn't like that. This is so light and airy, but it just leaves that beautiful nourishment on the skin. I was really impressed. This layers really nicely. And this actually like boosted that skincare routine back up, because remember I was saying it felt almost too hydrating, and now I've got this nourishment on my skin from this emulsion. It was just the right amount, and it just elevated everything in the routine. The Jung emulsion retails around $15. When you're shopping on a budget, it makes sense to invest in products that can do double duty. Just the same way that I chose a toner to kind of replace an essence step and a toner to really like multitask for all my hydration needs, I really wanted my moisturizer to also double as a anti-irritation treatment, you know, something that could really treat irritation at the source, but still be protective enough for my skin. So I'm really just describing a moisturizing Sica Cream, right? And that is where I went. I wanted to look at some Sica creams, and I found a really great one. This is from Missha. This is their Near Skin line, and it's their Madecanol Sica Cream. This is a great Sica cream, anti-irritation cream, but it also doubles as a really nice moisturizer. So key ingredients here are definitely going to be Centella. It's 49% Centella. They've also got 4% of Panthenol, which is a good amount of Panthenol, really great barrier supporting ingredient, plus niacinamide and mugwort, a personal favorite. So some really great soothing ingredients in here. Texture of this is very ointment-like. It's like Neosporin. That's not a bad thing, by the way. I'm just trying to describe the feeling of this really kind of creating a protective layer on the skin, like a protective barrier on the skin, in a way that cream moisturizers and gel moisturizers just don't. So it's a little bit more ointment-like. That being said, it is not greasy or heavy though, which is something you might have expected me to say. It's really not. It absorbs in the skin really nicely. It gives just that right amount of moisture and nourishment to the skin, and it leaves a really nice, very neutral finish on the skin, absorbing down very quickly, meaning you can go in with your sunscreen and makeup really fast in the morning, which is very important. Not only that, but I've also found that this does work really well to give relief to your skin from irritation. I've even found myself using this, you know, I definitely tried this skincare routine all together, but I've also been reaching for this independently as my irritation spot treatment. Sometimes I just put this around my like chin and mouth area and then use a different moisturizer. And this works in those spot area as a treatment. So this is definitely an anti-irritation cream and a good moisturizer. Like, what more could you ask for? Oh, right. It retails for like $12. So affordable and such a nice gem to discover. So do I still have money left over? Oh, yes, I do, because I reserved some of my budget for sunscreen. I did not forget sunscreen, guys. Do not worry. I told you, I promised you we were going to do a routine that covered morning and night, and no morning routine is complete without sunscreen. You got to be protecting yourself from the sun. Sunscreen is such a complicated topic though, right? Like, for some of us, finding that very perfect sunscreen is a quest of a lifetime, right? It's just complicated to find the very right one. Now, there are a lot of affordable sunscreens. You can easily find a sunscreen under $20 on Yesstyle. There's lots and lots of options. But you know that we are going fragrance free. We are going essential oil free. We are going alcohol free. That can make finding a sunscreen a challenge, right? So I was definitely searching for a long time. Tons of options to look at, but lots of them are loaded with fragrance or alcohol. or both, right? So I found myself coming across the same one over and over again. And it's a product that I've tried before. And I really wanted to try like all new products in this video, but you know, the fact that this just kept popping up as the most viable option for my budget, the most viable option for my sensitive skin, it fit so perfectly into the routine that I was building that I was just like, you know what? This is a testament to how good this sunscreen is. You know I'm talking about the Purito Centella Green Level Unscented Sunscreen. Of course she's talking about that sunscreen. I love this stuff. This is really the only sunscreen I put on my face, and this is the perfect addition to this foundational skincare routine that I've built for sensitive skin. So they do have a mineral sunscreen option as well. This is a chemical sunscreen. They have a mineral option that is also fragrance free. So depending on your skin's needs, if you like mineral filters or if you like chemical filters, they've got you covered with both. I personally prefer the chemical version. This has two chemical filters, Uvinyl A+ and Uvinyl T150. They're new generation chemical filters that are very photo stable. This formula is so great. It's essential oil free, alcohol free, fragrance free, silicone free. There's no white cast with this one. It absorbs in the skin really nicely. It's a watery, hydrating sunscreen. It's a 70% water based. They use hyaluronic acid to really achieve that watery feel on the skin. It's light wearing. It's not heavy. It doesn't pill on reapplication. It works well with makeup. It doesn't dry out my skin. Like, it's perfect, and it's about $14. Both this chemical one and the mineral one are $14, which is so budget friendly. I mean, Purito really got it right when they released this one. You do want to make sure that you get the unscented versions though, because there are original versions that have essential oils in them. So make sure you get the unscented one. But this was absolutely perfect for my budget and perfect for this routine. So that is 8 skincare products. I mean, I've got that morning routine covered. We've got that nighttime routine covered. Plus I added in a sheet mask. I mean, did I totally blow that $100 budget? So at the time of purchasing these with my Yesstyle credit, my final total came to, drum roll, $99.16. Yeah, we did it. We came in right at budget. All of these products right at $100. And while I'm really excited about that, I am not surprised. There are so many great affordable products just waiting for us, right? And it just proves the fact that you do not have to spend a lot of money to build an effective skincare routine. This is accessible for everybody, even if you're on a shoestring budget. So if you guys like affordable products, maybe you want to pick up some of these, or maybe you've got some products on your Yesstyle wish list. Yesstyle has been really generous and they're giving us a discount code. Yes, we want to save some money. So this discount code will save you 10% on any order of $49 or more. Not only that, but this is combinable with my influencer code, which will save you an additional 2% if you're a returning Yesstyle customer, or 5% if you are a new customer. So those are stackable. Both codes are going to be in the info box along with the links to all the products we talked about today. So I'm curious to know, what's your favorite affordable Asian beauty product? And I'm also curious to know, did you like this concept for a video, $100 skincare routines? Because I'm kind of thinking it could be a really cool series. So let me know if you want to see more skincare routines for $100 or less for different skin types. Let me know in that comment box below. And if you love K-beauty, if you love Asian beauty, but you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. That is all I talk about. I release 2 new Korean skincare focused videos every single week, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you're never out of the loop when the new video drops. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.